Good morning to you, Miss Lavinia. How's it going?
Yeah, it is very nice. And what about you? How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. How's life treating you? What's new in your life?
Okay. Yeah, I enjoy and every day new for me. Actually, like I'm very enthusiastic girl, so that's why. And what about you? How's your life going on?
On regular basis, just like you, I'm also fond of English. I'm obsessed with it because I'm an English teacher and I teach from morning till night. So when I stumbled upon your YouTube channel, I saw that you have done a lot of conversations. So that's why I dropped you a message that would you like to have a conversation with me? And I'm thrilled to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, so yeah, we are meeting for the first time. So please introduce yourself because my viewer wants to know about yourself.
My name is Janil. I'm born and raised in Gujarat, and by profession, I'm a spoken English trainer. And furthermore, I'm also a yoga trainer. So I do these two things for a living. And when it comes to English, I've been teaching for the past 7 years. I did my master's,
Okay.
and at present, I'm pursuing my PhD in English. So that's all about me.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
And yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Actually, sometimes I don't know. I think in your side network issue, so that's the reason sometimes your video is stuck.
Okay, it gets stuck. From my side, I guess network is all right, but I'm not sure why this thing is taking place. Uh, and I would like
Yeah.
to ask you a
Now it's
question.
fine.
It's fine, right? I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you elevate your skills in English?
Okay. So literally, I started my learning just because literally I'm very passionate about learning this language. So that's the reason I'm a Hindi medium student. I'm not an English medium student. And I have my own business, so there are sometimes South Indian people come in my uh, salon, and sometimes I mean, just there are number of states in my salon. So
Mhm.
actually, so that's why, and literally, I want to become a fluent speaker. I started my journey. It's 3 month back. Completed it's a 4 month, and it's going very well. I learn YouTube. Actually, I have another class fluency application. So when I have leisure time, so I go there and talk stranger and audio call. There are audio call while I'm taking. So it's a subscription. It's a costly, So that's why I avoid. Yeah, I avoid so audio call sometimes. But nowadays I didn't have that much time. So in Sky app, so I have own ma'am. She had in Sky group, so there are a number of people. I think 1,000 people. So they also approach me, please Lavanya talking to me, so that can. So every day I make session video call. Every day one call, yeah, and sometimes audio call. And I have 2 3 friends, so sometimes I call in audio call, and so yeah, so that kind of thing.
Nice. Same thing in my side. Like, I'm passionate about English, but I get the chance to speak in English throughout my day because of my work. But in my spare time, I'm not sure whether you have noticed my YouTube channel or not, but I like to do
Yes,
conversations with people from across the
yeah,
world.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I tend to do that. And on top of that, I have students who are from different parts of India, working professionals who want to learn English online. So for that reason, also, I'm always in contact with people from different states of our country and from different parts of the world as well. So in my spare time, I like to elevate my skills. I do a lot of reading. I watch English movies. I surround myself with people who speak in English, and through this amalgamations of these things, I make sure that my English stays relevant and I try to impart the same knowledge to my students.
Yeah, that's good, and me also.
And there was this glitch in our conversation when you mentioned the name of that application from which you were practicing. So can you repeat that name?
It's a S Fluency app.
Okay. And it's expensive. That's what you said, right?
Actually, I got it's a 1 year plan, so it's a 1160 rupees. Yeah, so earlier I plan, but
Purchase.
now I have also plan. Yeah, I purchased, but plan also, but I didn't have that much time, so that's the reason. Nowadays, I'm only while I have free morning times because whole day I busy and office and even my salon. So I prefer only for video call because earlier I'm too much hesitation and scary types and fear. And now I didn't have and I easy to connect just because video call conversation it's a also they correct me and me I'm also so it's a helpful for our spoken English. So that's why nowadays I'm prefer only for video call, sometimes audio call, only my friends. But it's a
Okay.
2 3 days only. Yeah.
That makes sense. And as you are like doing a lot of things are there on your plate. But if given upon the opportunity, as you are trying to improve your English, do you consider yourself in the future as an English teacher? Would you like to be one?
Literally, I want to I want to yeah, little bit I have, but not. I'm not interested to teach, but I teach only for communications. Not spoken English types. Communication skills, how to build our confidence and how to build our personality. What dress up so you suit on. So that kind of things. Because I have knowledge dressing sense and personality, how to build and so yeah. So I it's a look like a course types, communications course. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. That's great. And do you think that English plays a crucial role when it comes to personality building? Without English, you cannot build your personality. Do you think that way?
Yeah, yes, yes. I think, earlier I'm posted Lakme Salon. So at that times I'm a manager and I have also a staff, number of staff in my under working. So at that times, I don't know how to speak in English in my and my colleagues also. So they know because in Mumbai and Delhi people so easy to connect. So at that times I'm also I'm
Hmm.
listening. I know, listen, sorry, I know very well how to, but how to speak, I
Yeah.
because while I'm speaking, so so at that time, so and it's a fear also, and but I'm listening, but at that times I can't speak, so I didn't, explore myself, and even I how to myself. So at that time, so much is scary what I can say. So, but so at that times, I'm thinking, oh my God, I have good, knowledge also, and I'm manager, and I have good degree. I'm losing on myself just because I don't know how to
Hmm.
connect, especially for English language. So at that time, something is without English, how is it survive to your whole life? Because
Okay.
yeah, nowadays people aim to say to go. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I'm saying when especially for interview and parents meeting. So there are teachers also at
Definitely.
that times using English language. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why literally I want to become a fluent speaker.
Hmm.
So
But
nowadays I'm very crazy to learn this language.
you must be having proud on yourself because in the span of 3 months you have accumulated a lot of knowledge in terms of English. Like in this short amount of duration, now you are able to speak without any hesitation, and you are having a live conversation. You are doing it in front of the camera. So how do you feel about this?
Yeah. I'm feeling very happy and yeah, because just because it's my effort, that's why I connect easily and I'm very shy, but now I'm very confident and even easy to connect. I don't think who is the best and who is good at English. Okay,
Hmm.
I didn't judge anyone. Okay, I'm the best and I do practice every day. Yeah, that kind of thing. So that's the reason I'm confident I have. Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that. And even like as you mentioned about parents, teachers, you won't believe this thing. I have a few students who are English teachers, but sometimes their fluency is not up to the mark. So they often need a language tutor who can teach them. So I'm also teaching to a lot of English teachers, and on top of that, I have some parents. They are literally worried about when they have to go to their children's meeting, PTMs. So they often tell me that kindly teach
Yeah.
us so that we can communicate in English with our child's teachers. So meeting like the point I'm trying to make is English is required in every field.
Network issue.
So when you upload this video on YouTube, do you edit it or do you upload it like organically the way it is?
I edit first and then I upload.
Because a lot of times the screen freezes, so I guess it might not be convenient for our viewers to watch this kind of thing.
Yeah, it's happened in this application. Earlier I talked one girl, so at that times I'm facing that kind of network issue.
But rather than this, I would recommend you to use Zoom application. It's way better than this. Even if you want to do recorded
I
conversation.
I have I have Zoom application.
So next time,
Hello.
if we have this kind of conversation, I guess Zoom would be a better option.
But I don't know how to use Zoom application.
You
But
can't use it
I
from mobile.
have Zoom application.
Yeah, for recorded
I
purpose, you need
used
to.
two times.
Hmm.
I have application two times. I actually, earlier I talk Minipuri ma'am. So at that times I use. I
Okay.
don't
So
know how to record.
Mm. You need to record it from, I guess, laptop. You can't do it from mobile. For that, you need laptop when it comes to Zoom application.
Okay. How do you? How do I learn to pronunciation? Some I'm facing lot of difficulty, especially for pronunciation. So please, how do I learn to pronunciation?
Like when it comes to that pronunciation part, you can start watching English movies. That's gonna help you immensely. And there are a lot of mispronounced words that we tend to mispronounce. Like if I give you one example, what do we call VEGETABLE?
Hello.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, yes.
So I'm asking you a question. What do we call VEGETABLE? I guess you're not getting it. Shall I write it down? What do we call this?
Visiting vegetable.
Hmm. So the correct pronunciation is vegetable.
What? Vegetable.
It's vegetable. The second is silent. Those there are plenty of words like this which are mispronounced. So you should acquire the knowledge of that. Even in my YouTube channel, I uploaded a video about mispronounced words. So I'll share it with you. So
Yeah,
that's how
definitely. Yeah,
you can build up your pronunciation.
yeah, especially for while I'm using pronunciation. I mean to say sometimes, so I don't know that
Yeah.
pronunciation I have. Yeah,
Hmm.
so that kind of nowadays I'm facing lot of especially for pronunciation also and vocabulary.
It happens with a lot of people. Like, you are not alone in this situation. A lot of my students, they come to me that while speaking, we don't get the right vocabulary, or sometimes we fumble. Sometimes we lack the courage, or when someone asks us questions in English, we feel a lot of hesitation. So, how can we overcome this? So, the key thing is try to immerse yourself into English. No matter what things you are doing, make sure that English is there. If you are reading something, read it in English. If you are communicating, communicate in English. So by having overall exposure with English, you would be able to make it better easily. So
Yeah.
that's how you can do it. Immerse yourself, get obsessed with it, and in no time your English would be really up to the mark.
Yeah. And you have any bad habits?
Sometimes I like to binge watch series and movies. On weekends, I usually tend to do that. So I stay late at night, and I feel like that's my only bad habit, which I would like to overcome.
Okay, so you are, I mean to say, mentioned earlier, we talk in Insta, so at that time, so you are a health conscious boy. Okay, and now you are saying health conscious boy, and me, I'm also. Actually, I do exercise every day morning. Yeah, I can say how to manage our diet. I know, but I'm just asking just because my VR wants to know little bit how to, I mean to say, like I can personality like fit, and you are a yoga teacher, so how to describe that kind of thing? Please share.
Like, how to manage time? That's your question, right?
Yeah, time, and also I can say time, and even you a diet plan. You
Diet.
have any particular diet plan? So please you share.
Like, when it comes to diet, as long as you are consuming home cooked food, that's the best kind of diet you can consume. But nowadays, most of the people indulge themselves into junk food, so that thing should be avoided. As long as you are eating the home cooked food made by the hands of your mother, that's the best diet anyone can give to you. So that's what I believe about diet. And when it comes to time management, I guess the first thing, like when it comes to body, you should not be concerned about time management, because body is the first thing you should be concerned about. If you say that you are not getting the time to look after your body, you need to prioritize your things. You cannot say that I don't have the time for this, because I wake up at 4:30 and I take my class at 5:30 in the morning of yoga. And from 5:30 to 11 o'clock, after like taking my yoga class, I teach English. Then again from 2 to 10:30, I teach English. So you have to make it a habit, like waking up early, going to sleep around at like 10 or 11 p.m., and then you would be getting plenty of time.
Yeah, but especially for doctor suggests at least 8 to 7 hours. It's a complete hour sleep. So you, in your opinion, what's your opinion?
That's true.
Time.
Like sleep, I read it somewhere that sleep is the best medicine. So you need to sleep at least for 8 hours. However, I'm not able to do it because of my this yoga classes. So what I do is in the middle of the day, if I get time, I take 1 hour of nap, and that's how I try to do it. But if you are lucky enough, then you should sleep early and you should wake up early. I wake up early, but I sleep a little bit late at night. That is around 10:30 because my class ends at that time.
Hmm. Okay, that's good. So please.
After having this conversation, how do you feel about this? Like, is it helpful in increasing your fluency of English?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, obviously, actually, depend on person to person. But I literally every session I enjoy. While
Hmm.
I'm talking, so I'm not making. I mean to say it's a serious because it's a depend on person. But while I'm talking, so it's a kind of. I mean to say it's a funny type and. and it's a like we were wants to only for it's a conversation, and so when watch people so seriousness, so it's a oh my god, what is it happen? I enjoy every session. Yeah.
Nice. And what advice would you like to give to the learners who wants to learn English language, who are trying to improve their English? What advice would you like to give to them?
First of all, consider because first of all, I can say, first of all, consistency matter. Without consistency, not possible how to learn this language because it's our not a mother tongue. Okay,
Mm.
and there were vocabulary also. So every day, 2, 3 vocabulary. When you have leisure time, so you read also and write. So it's helpful for our learning. For me also, and more you speak, better you come. Don't be feel I speak so at their times making mistakes, so people just laugh at me. Also, I'm not thinking that kind of thing. While you
Mm.
are thinking that kind of thing, so you are demotivated. You are feeling demotivated. So don't feel demotivated. Okay, because it's I mean to say just a language. Don't take serious. Oh my God, I read like 2 hours and 4 hours, and then I become a fluent speaker. So it's not our cup of tea. Okay, piye and khatam ho jaye. It's a
True.
whole life. Yeah, it's a whole life. Even times they talk in Hindi language. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it
at
has.
that time, sometimes, yeah, sometimes mugging and bad pronunciation also come. So we don't good at in Hindi also in our mother tongue also. So at that times people easily, I mean to say, they didn't laugh. But
Mm.
in this language, I don't know why. While you're learning, so laugh. Oh my God, she's girl is bad pronunciation and she that in English, that kind of thing, and people judge. I don't know why, but don't judge anyone. It's not a subject. To say subject, and then you finish, and then it's gone. It's a in language, and very politely, while you speaking, so it is expression, and people, wow, she good at in English, and she know everything. So that kind of thing. Even earlier, like 2 months back, my YouTube channel. So sometimes I go my friends and even I park. So I am actually at that times I don't have any subscriber. So I go channel and I'm
Wow, that's inspiring. The whatever the whole speech that you give, I'm sure our viewers must be thrilled by it, and they will take it as a part of motivation. They won't try to perfect their English. I often tell this to my students that don't try to go after being perfect. As long as you are making progress, that means that eventually you will get better at it. And like you said, there are lots
yeah,
of things that due to that reason we often feel hesitation when we have to speak in English. It may be
yeah,
societal pressure, it may be pressure from our friends and something like that, but you should focus on your journey, and as long as you are making progress, you will get better at it. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. As long as you speak, you are doing far better than any other people who are afraid to speak in English.
yeah, that's true. And I'm not thinking, who
Hmm.
cares? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay, my mind is, I'm thinking I'm good and I'm learning. Yeah, and definitely I achieve. I'm not thinking judge anyone, so it's okay. That's her problem, not like me problem. Okay, I'm good, so okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
wind up the session and you ask.
Yeah.
So anything you have, so you ask.
No, Lavinia, I guess let's call it a day for now. It was really nice having a conversation with you, and I wish you all the best for your future plans in context of your YouTube channel. And we'll have this conversation some other day. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.